This is what happens if you're aware of the term named macro trends. This is another example that I want to give to you. So when I was of your age, what was the trend at that time? A man having a beard was considered as a failure. I mean, whenever a man with a beard used to walk in front of us, the Janta used to look at him with a very pity face. Arey, isko kya ho gaya? What is happening with him? What difficulties he is facing? This is the pity look that we used to give to a man who was having a beard. If it's your friends, they'll be like, Arey, kya yaar? Devdas ban gaya kya? This is what your friends will be saying. It was also seen as an act of girlfriend ditching this guy. That was the trend at that time. So hardly men used to have beards during that particular era. Now look at the current era. All of you know what sort of a fashion statement beard is giving. So with this particular knowledge, not right now, if you are way ahead of the game, few years back, understanding this trend, you'll be like, what? I think beard is the next in thing. Before the big trend starts, you are actually becoming aware of the trend. And you're like, what? I think beard will be the next big thing. I need to start a company named Beardo as soon as possible. I need to start a company named Ustra as soon as possible. This is what is called as business mind. We can also think in this way. When the pandemic has started in China, in Wuhan, in the month of December 2020, you as a business person, you can start thinking, oh God, virus has broken. From my sources, I got to know that a lot of people in the Wuhan are infected. Okay, let me look at Wuhan airport and let me look at their connections. You know what? Wuhan airport is well connected. I think it's going to spread to the world. And if it's spreading to the world, people will be in search of masks. Let me start manufacturing masks, because there are billion people in this country and everybody needs masks probably in the next 3 months. So I have only 3 months. Let me start manufacturing masks. This is business mind, understanding the macro trends. This is just an example that I'm giving. So this is what happens if you are aware of the macro trends. Aspirational groups, we've just spoke about. Disassociative groups that you want to disassociate yourself. Currently, the Indian public wants to disassociate itself with the Bollywood Janta, the main Bollywood Janta. Not everybody, but the main Bollywood Janta. So they just want to disassociate themselves with that particular group. So that's why hardly any film is, making any good money nowadays. So they are tagged as disassociative groups. As a marketer, you need to stay away from them. So this is what you need to start thinking. So this is the thing with social factors. And another example that is coming to my mind is we are the 80s kids. Our seniors are the 70s kids. Our super seniors, super duper seniors are the 60s kids. Especially 60s kids and 70s kids, for them spirituality was a joke. For them, spirituality was supposed to be experienced once you turn 50, 55 or 60. That was their policy. In some of the 80s kids as well. But the 90s kids and the 2000s kids, they are treating spirituality in a different way. They are more intelligent. They are using spirituality to, overcome their own fears, anxiety, and they are using spirituality to become successful. So the 90s kids and the 2000 kids are more clever when it comes to consuming spirituality. And what is happening with this particular trend? There is a huge yoga wave which is kicking up, and thanks to the Narendra Modi government, the yoga wave has actually kicked off. So with this, what happens is, once you do yoga, you will develop a mindset to appreciate Ayurveda. And once you appreciate Ayurveda, look at Patanjali, the brand. I mean, big players like Hindustan, Unilever and P&G, they are literally scared of what Patanjali would do to their market share. So, the macro and the micro, they are very much connected. And you as a marketeer or you as a business manager, you need to find this link. How are they linked? How is it impacting the market? How is this particular political situation or this particular trend, how is it impacting the business situation? You need to start understanding. Pandemic and mask. You manufacturing masks you could have benefited if you would have started thinking about it in November or December. That is being proactive. What is reactive? Oh God, lockdown is there, March, May, and people are looking for masks. Let me start thinking about manufacturing masks from the March month itself or from the April month itself. This is being reactive. You can still make money by being reactive, but you can make a lot of money by being proactive. So the whole funda about this particular class is to make you people understand the importance of macroeconomic trends and how it is linked to microeconomic trends. You have to start thinking. And you must have seen this. When we speak about link, I want to bring another link which is quite invisible to you. So you must have seen this particular boycott Tandav or boycott so and so, boycott Sadak tour. You must have seen these trends, right? You must have seen these hashtags. You must have seen a lot of web series, especially coming from Bollywood. They kind of belittle or bring down the level of Hindu gods and the Hindu culture. You know why? You know what is the underlying reason? They bring down in a very subtle way, not in a direct way. In a very, very subtle way, they bring down the level of the Hindu gods and all. Because they want young people to stay away from spirituality and Hinduism. So if you people stay away from spirituality and Hinduism, then whenever you are stressed, you resort to alcohol, drugs, etc. So once the alcohol, drugs are up and running, it's a repetitive cycle. Brand loyalty when it comes to drugs and alcohol is very high because it's addictive. So you're constantly going towards those substances. And that is when alcohol companies, they make crores and crores of money. The drug companies, they make crores and crores of money illegally. So you take youth away from Hinduism and spirituality and they are directly getting linked to this drug mafia. So once the drug mafia is happy, once the alcohol mafia is happy, they'll start funding or they'll start giving donations to political parties. The political parties are also very happy. So this is the entire link. But if you people are following that Sanatan Dharma, that Guru Shishya Parampara principle, you stay away from drugs, and that is how they become bankrupt, and they don't want that to happen. So that's why they want to target those practices which make them bankrupt. So as a marketeer, you need to study these trends. As a marketeer, you need to be aware of these trends which are happening. You need to be aware of these trends which are happening, and you need to see which particular industry is dominating. Okay, fine, there is a rise in spirituality. People are becoming more and more health conscious and all. So in this particular setting, what can you introduce? That's up to your business acumen.